up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. I'm your host, Jarrell Hicks, here to bring you a recap of Game 4 of the NBA Finals. But before we start with the video, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe on the channel. It'll be much appreciated, and let's get started with the video. So, guys, Game 4 just ended. Lakers win, by 6 or 7 points? It was by like 10 until Tyler Herro hit a late three-pointer in the last seconds of the game. Lakers win. They're up 3-1. I do believe they will close it out Game 5. But overall, it was a good game. Sloppy game to start off. And throughout the game, has a little sloppy stretches. Overall, good game, though. Close game. I enjoyed it. First and foremost, I want to come out and say from the get-go that this is LeBron James' last title shot. Whether they win or lose, Heat come back from down 3-1, whether the Lakers win in 5, 6, or 7, doesn't matter. This is LeBron James' last time in the finals, I promise you. He looks terrible. He looked terrible. From the tip-off until the end, till the third quarter, he finally came alive toward the end of the third quarter and played okay during the fourth. But LeBron James is not playing like LeBron James. I'm not understanding what's going on. Is it Father Time coming right before our eyes? Is it Jimmy Butler guarding him? And Bam? I'm not sure, but the lack of moving on defense, which he don't do anymore. Rarely, he rarely does anyway. He rarely, play help defense, but he's really not doing that at all now. He's watching plays, just chilling now, like on the offensive end. LeBron and looks bad. He looks bad for most parts of the game. End up with a great stat line, 25, 10 and 6 or 10 and 7, something like that. Pretty good stat line, but a lot of turnovers, a lot of sloppy play, a lot of bad help defense, a lot of just extraness that doesn't need to be done. So yeah, and I just believe other teams have caught up to him, and he's older. If this was prime LeBron James, 2014 to 2018, then okay, I'll say LeBron might can get back. It is a good chance he might can defeat the Clippers by himself or whatever. Even with AD, they should be fine. But old man LeBron now, no sir. But let's recap the game. Start off, like I said, sloppy LeBron, 3 or 4 turnovers to like start the game in the first quarter. It was a nip and tuck game for the entire game. Close game for the most part. No really big leads. No one down by 13, 14, nothing like that. It was really, down by 10 or less for the most part. My main takeaway from this game, Bam played well in the first half. He played well. He played well both halves, I'll say, but down the stretch, he wasn't really effective. He was getting picked on by LeBron on defense. When LeBron was on offense, when he was on defense, Bam was getting picked on in the pick and roll situation. Not really him, but when they partnered him or Butler with Duncan and or Herro, they couldn't stop LeBron in the third or fourth quarter. And LeBron would solo, make them switch assignments and have Bam on himself and shoot a three for like a good continuous stretch of offensive plays for the Lakers. LeBron kept doing that. I guess he saw a matchup he liked in Bam. It worked a couple times for 2 deep threes, I think, in the third quarter. But, the Heat play well. My only beef with the Heat is 2 things. Stop relying on Tyler Herro's great shot making and fearlessness to save you, for one. They run too many plays for Duncan and Herro on offense, and, they're getting shut down. Duncan, I believe, scored 17 points, 18 points, something like that tonight. Didn't shoot the ball well, but scored pretty decently. But they're just closing out too much. It's time to stop running the same plays. They run around the screen, getting a shot. They're closing out too well. Stop doing them plays as much as you do. You can still run them here and there, but y'all are consistently trying to get Herro and Duncan on the same motion. Try something new, do a back screen, do something. But the same old thing, and the Caldwell Pope playing great on Duncan for the most part, and Green as well. Green and Caldwell Pope, Caruso, LeBron even, they're playing well on those motions when Duncan and Herro are trying to get open. And the other thing with the Heat is Jimmy Butler. I know he said after the last game, he said all the time, I'm not here for, no, I'm not really he didn't say that I'm not really a scorer, but he's not focused on scoring. He wants to make his team better and win by any means. By any means, right now, Jimmy Butler, you have to score. You have to be aggressive. You can't just keep taking a side role, or I'm going to be a playmaker and just chill out and play great defense and great rebounding and be intense and ferocious and tenacity personified, and then not be that on the offensive end consistently. Came out hot on offense, 5 for 5 in the first quarter, and then just picked his he picked his spots too much. You have to be aggressive. You have to be aggressive. Like I said, y'all doing too much of the same motion for Harrell and Duncan. Take away some of y'all possessions when that should be Butler just doing what he wants. The first half, Butler did what he wanted on offensive end. He did what he wanted, but he picked his spots. Great timing, but he need to be more spots. He need to pick them more often and need to be more consistent while doing so. That's my thing, man. He did get aggressive at one point, I think in the third quarter, and he went 0 for 5 in the third quarter, if I'm not mistaken, or at least early part of the third quarter. But he needs to be aggressive at all times. Every quarter, he should at least put up 8 to 12 shots, bare minimum. Bare minimum, eight shots for Jimmy Butler in each quarter. He can get what he wants anytime he wants it. He just has to do it. And I know AD guarded him for most of the time. He played well off that as well. He didn't. They really didn't stop him too much. He just shot bad in the second half. But the first half, he got what he wanted, and he could have did the entire game if he wanted to. He just needed to be more consistent. My biggest player for the Heat is Jameson Crowder. Excuse me, not Jameson. That's the wide receiver. Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder has played consistent the entire series so far, all 4 games. Hitting good threes, clutch threes, deep threes, timely threes to keep him in the game, to keep the game close. Playing solid defense, not great, not good, but solid. He gets a lot of fouls, but he's a physical guy and a shorter guy as well. But Jay Crowder is playing great the entire series. Like I said, Bam came back playing well. And my biggest takeaway, my biggest player for the Lakers, KCP, obviously. KCP or Rondo, low key, kind of deserve co-MVP, NBA Finals MVP. Seriously, KCP saved them in game 1. It's just a little stretch. Those 2 or 3 threes back to back, but KCP really saved them in game 1. They were down 13. Played poorly in one of the games, game 2 or 3, I forgot which one. But, he played solid throughout most of the series so far. Great defense on Harrell and Duncan. Who else I said? Rondo, when he's played well, the Lakers have won. When he haven't, which was game 3, the Lakers lost. You know what I'm saying? So AD is definitely out of the running for an NBA Finals MVP. LeBron might get it just because of sheer numbers alone and his impact. He still impacted the game positively when the Lakers need him the most sometimes. But KCP and Rondo have really been game changers throughout the series. Morris has as well. Morris played well, getting timely threes, solid rebounding, solid defense when needed to. A lot of fouls for Morris, but played solid. Rondo, KCP, Kuzma at times for stretches, and Morris are like the collective NBA Finals MVP for the Lakers if they win the title next couple games. But overall, man, solid game. Lakers win. Down the stretch, fourth quarter, Lakers dominated. They got every rebound that they wanted to. Played great defense on the whole team. Butler, Harrell, and Duncan, the main scorers. Bam was quiet for the whole fourth quarter. So that's it, man. Like I said, I do expect Lakers to win in Game 5. I believe that's coming Friday. They have an extra day off, so I believe Game 5 Friday. I'm looking for the Lakers to bring it home. LeBron's 4th ring, LeBron's last ring, in my opinion. That's it for video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.